Hello and Assalamu alaikum. I'm Nazia Amir again with a new topic, discipline and grievance handling. Discipline and grievances are each one side of the same complaints coin. Grievance is an employee's complaint against management and discipline is a management complaint against an employee. The importance of people. Key asset in any organization, top performance, motivation, can be greatest problem, unpredictable, inconsistent behavior, perform badly, break rules, accepted code of behavior. Discipline. What is discipline? Discipline refers to conditions within the organizations whereby employees know what is expected of them in terms of the organization's rules, standards or policies. The basic purpose of discipline is to teach about the expected behaviors in a constructive manner. Grievance. It's a formal dispute between the management and the employee or employees over some condition of employment. Whenever a grievance or a disciplinary situation arises, it is essential to act promptly, follow an approved procedure. Typical reasons for disciplining employees: tardiness, absenteeism, insubordination, negligence, fighting, stealing, falsification of documents, abusiveness, harassment, use of abused language, possession of a controlled substance, reporting to work under the influence of alcohol or other controlled drug, substance abuse, and the issues related to performance is low productivity, high error rate overall, repetition of a specific error. The purpose of employee discipline. Employee discipline. Why it is important? A tool used by managers to improve poor performance and enforce appropriate behavior to ensure a productive and safe workplace. Eliminate inappropriate behavior. Create a win-win situation for manager and subordinates. Not to exercise vigilance or eliminate a problematic employee. Neglecting discipline has consequences: negative effect on productivity and morale, difficulty in enforcing long ignored standards later on. What is disciplinary process? A step-by-step method of dealing with performance problems in employees. Organizational policy and procedure, which is very important. Policy and procedure. A written standard used within an organization to describe what is to be done and how to do it. Usually policies and procedures are written for tasks that are done repeatedly and by more than one individual. Importance of a written disciplinary policy and procedure. Protects manager and organization. Guarantees right of employee. Teaches manager how to discipline employees. Components of policies and procedures. Number one is policy statement. The component of a policy and procedure that state what is to be done. Progressive discipline. A disciplinary process characterized by the use of more drastic penalties for each repeated instance of poor performance. Purpose. What is the purpose of organizational policy and procedure? Statement of purpose. Part of a policy and procedure that explains rationale for a policy and may include how the policy relates to an organization's philosophy. Scope. An optional component of the policy section of a policy and procedure that lists the individuals or groups impacted by the policy. What is procedure? The step-by-step description of a policy and procedure that states the actions to take, the order in which they should occur, and the timelines to be followed. Procedure again. Disciplinary action. The activity performed by a manager when implementing a step in progressive discipline in order to assist an employee to correct a behavioral or performance problem. The disciplinary process. Number one is verbal warning. The first step in employee discipline, which include identification of the problem and information sharing between the manager and the employee. Manager. meets with employee, states problem that has been identified, listen to employee's perspective, discusses potential solutions with employee, ends on positive, hopeful note. Again, verbal warning. If employee is unaware of policy they are violating, they should be coached instead of disciplined. Prior to a verbal warning, manager must become aware of the problem and verify it exists. Number 2 is written warning. The second, more formal step in employee discipline, which includes stating the problem and noting repetition over time, includes meeting similar to verbal warning, placement of formal document in the employee's file. Suspension. The third step in the employee disciplinary process, in which the employee is given time off, usually without pay, to demonstrate the seriousness of the problem. Manager meets with employee as before and review formal documentation of suspension. And the last one is termination. The final action in the employee disciplinary process which leads to the end of employment and that results after repeated failure of the employee to correct the problem. Special circumstances. Certain events may result in termination without progressive discipline. Before immediate termination, managers should consider magnitude of problem behavior, prior record of employee. Grounds for immediate termination: physical endangerment of others, consuming alcohol while on the job, using controlled substances while on the job, willful destruction of property, possession of firearms while on work premises, unauthorized disclosure of confidential information, stealing, falsification of documents, reporting to work under the influence of alcohol or controlled substance. Applying the discipline procedure. Administration is responsible for communicating rules to employees and for enforcing to the guidelines of this policy. Written/verbal warning, charge sheet served, 4 days reply, unsatisfactory answer, inquiry, suspension, half salary/full salary, inquiry report 2, personal hearing, and the last one is dismissal. Documentation, which is also a very important part for any organization. What is documentation? A written record in this case of the disciplinary actions taken. Anecdotal information. Optional informal notes that are sometimes kept by a manager as a reminder of things that have occurred. Guidelines for anecdotal information. Systems should be applied uniformly to all employees. Notes should be factual and non-judgmental. Notes are more useful if dated. Notes may be discarded when no longer needed or when important information is transferred to official documents. Official documents. Documents dealing with progressive discipline should include the employees identifying information, the managers identifying information, behavioral and performance problem for which the action is being taken, description of events and discussions preceding this action, description of the specific events leading to this action. Official documentation. Again, documents dealing with progressive discipline should include possible consequences if this behavioral or performance problem is not corrected, duration of the warning, signature of the manager, signature of the employee with a disclaimer regarding agreement. Employee assistance program, which is very useful for any organization. Employee assistance program. Plans that provide employees with support in dealing with personal crises such as substance abuse, stress or grief that could negatively impact work performance. What are the benefits? Restoration of productivity, avoidance of time/energy needed for progressive discipline, cost savings, new employee need not to be hired/trained. Employees assisted in dealing with a potentially devastating personal crisis. Remember, discipline has 2 important functions which do not lead to dismissal: improving standard of behavior, performing more productively. Standing orders section 15(3). Willful insubordination, theft, fraud, dishonesty, willful damage to the property of owner, taking or giving bribe or any illegal gratification, habitual late attendance, habitual absenteeism without leave for more than 10 days, habitual breach of law applicable to the establishment, riotous or disorderly behavior during working hours, habitual negligence of work, illegal strike or go slow. Organizational policy and procedure components. Procedure usually has a minimum of 4 steps: verbal warning, written warning, suspension, termination. Employee grievances, a method for employee to use to resolve conflicts when they feel they have been treated unfairly by management. Typical reasons for employee grievances: disagreement over wages, inequitable work schedules, disagreement over hours of work, unfair conditions of employment, discrimination against worker, harassment of a worker, inconsistent performance standards, inappropriate use of disciplinary process. Grievance policy and procedure has the same format as discipline policy and procedure. Typical procedure: discuss problem with manager, discuss problem with manager's supervisor, supervisor may refer problem to grievance committee or CEO. Union employee grievances are handled differently. Union employee grievances. Procedure from contract rather than policy and procedure is followed. Grievances specific to union employees. Union employee asked to do non-union work. Non-union works perform union work. Union contract violations. Union grievances are often resolved through arbitration, a hearing before someone empowered to resolve the dispute, mediation, negotiation between two parties using a neutral intermediary to assist in settling a dispute. Conclusion: employee discipline should be used for the purpose of helping the employee to correct behavioral or performance problems that have a negative impact on the workplace. A disciplinary policy and procedure should be in place that includes a policy statement, the purpose for the policy, and step-by-step procedure with the specific timelines for the process. Again, conclusion: managers must use judgment, empathy, consistency, and fairness when administering employee discipline. All disciplinary actions should be documented in a factual, non-judgmental way. Again, conclusion: alternatives to the traditional disciplinary process include the use of employee assistance program. Employee can use a grievance procedure to resolve conflict with manager. Here I am going to end my video. If you like my video, do not forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so you can get notified when I post new content. Thank you.